Growing up in this valley, met Chris Davenport and was really inspired by his skiing and his attitude, and look up to him a lot. We went ice climbing the other day. He kind of showed me some techniques and skills that I needed to know. But I was excited to go out with Chris and spend some time with him, and he just climbed up the ice, no problem. And then motivated me and talked me into leading the route, and I was confident I could climb the route, but it was really pretty scary, and I had to focus a lot. Chris Davenport, this winter he's trying to climb and ski all the 14ers in Colorado, which is a pretty amazing goal and should be pretty challenging. It's a pretty burly mission.
I've been at the pro skiing game for over a decade, and this year I was really looking for a different challenge. You know, I really like to climb and ski 14ers. I love ski mountaineering, and only one person's ever been able to ski all the 14ers from the summit, Lou Dawson. He took 13 years to do it, and I thought it would be a pretty cool project to set out to try to do them all in one season. I mean, we've got some of the most amazing mountains right here in our backyard. I've been fortunate enough to ski all over the world, from the Himalaya to South America to Alaska, and some of the best descents I've had just this season on 14ers right here in Aspen. They're easily accessible, they're big and steep, and we have great snow this year, and it's just amazing to me that this stuff is in our backyard.
Mind the gap, my friend, that first step's a doozy.
Well, I'm just trying to combine all my skills and everything I've learned growing up to accomplish my dream of skiing big mountains and exploring mountains all over the world. And to prepare for that, we're gonna go ski Castle Peak, kind of get more big mountain skiing experience and some guidance from a guy who really knows what he's doing.
Spine, like, you know, if you rip that whole upper face, all the stuff's gonna come off this way.
Yep.
And then when you get to that rock at the end of the spine, if you cut back,
Skiers left, and there's that
left.
little, like, bank shot there, huh?
Exactly. Seeing Nick ski, it just basically reminds me of myself when I was that age, just kind of looking at terrain and imagining the possibilities, like thinking, God, how can I get down there the hardest way, but really clean and smooth? And he's got the eye, you know, he sees the same lines that I see, and to have that eye, to be able to see terrain and just kind of see natural flowing lines down the mountain is a gift. And he's definitely pushing the sport of telemarketing, taking it to the next level, and you know, what he's gonna do in the next 10 years is gonna blow people's minds. You know, everybody's always got their own style, the way they ski, the way they hold themselves, and the way they act out in the mountains. And we've definitely seen a big change in the sport of skiing over the last, 7 years with the advent of freestyle skiing and the whole terrain park phenomenon. You know, a lot of kids out there now, while they're throwing down and they're doing great, they kind of come with a lot of attitude, and style and how they look and how they act is all sort of part of their success or their scene. But out here in the big mountains, Mother Nature doesn't care who you are, and it doesn't care if you're cool, and doesn't care if you have attitude. And frankly, you got to come out here and be as humble as you can possibly be, because things can go wrong at any minute, and you got to just come at it with the most open mind and no attitude whatsoever, and frankly, no expectations.
The payoff's on Tuesday. I'll follow the crow. There's pennies from heaven, I don't suppose. And I woke up on Thursday and fell for the floor. And my sister's a beauty, a beauty.
It's 5:40 in the morning, and at 12,500 feet. We just climbed up from the hut. We're about to climb the east face of Castle Peak right behind us here. A couple thousand feet above us, and it should be a really good climb. It's a beautiful, still morning. For me, being in the mountains it's the most uplifting spiritual experience that I know. And it's pretty much impossible to describe in words. You feel it deep down inside you, and if you spend your life in the mountains, you start being able to read and understand all these little signs and signals that Mother Nature and the mountains are telling you, because it's really like a language. It's all there. It's just up to you as a human being to understand it. You know, I've been really fortunate in my career that I've had a lot of really big successes in the past. I mean, winning 2 world championships, winning a medal at the X Games, and, you know, all those great competition victories that I've had in the past, in some ways sort of pale in comparison to some of these ski mountaineering achievements, skiing off the summits of these 14ers. It's kind of a strange thing being like a fully sponsored professional athlete, because, you know, ultimately I would be out here as Chris Davenport. I'd be out in these mountains doing what I'm doing anyway, because I love it, regardless if I was a pro skier or not. So, you know, it's kind of funny because people sometimes say, oh, you know, what a sellout. You know, he has a Red Bull helmet on, or, you know, he's making all this money from skiing and he's lost, you know, the passion for it or this or that. And that's just total BS. I haven't lost any passion. I'm as passionate a skier as anyone out there.
You know, I think it's that the mental focus is just to, you know, to concentrate and to make your body perform the way you want it to, and not have your mind elsewhere and sidetracked is the key. And it's just that concentration, the zone you get into. And you just don't really know when you're at the top, but you're real excited, and then you ski it, and once you get in the line, you kind of get into like a robot mode, you know, and you're in it. Nice. Yeah. You know, it's hard to step up to a cliff and look at it and then hit it and land it real well, but when you're in your line, you've got the groove going, and then, you know, the best feeling is when you're at the bottom safely and you had a great run, and that's where it's all at for me.
Well, this valley, you know, has this reputation, certainly as being this glitzy, glamorous place full of rich people and movie stars and whatnot. And yeah, I guess those people come here. Why wouldn't they? It's beautiful, but it's also a place where the local community really supports each other, whether you're an athlete or an artist or, you know, just a local worker or whatever. I mean, everybody knows each other. It's such a small town. And people like ourselves that are, you know, out there doing stuff in the mountains and living life to the fullest, that's what Aspen's really all about.